What's the craziest butterfly effect that happened to you because of a small decision you made? In Afghanistan, wasn't done with my coffee, so I passed on a trip from one base to another. There was another convoy a few hours later. Most everyone died who took the first convoy. My second cup of coffee wasn't even cold when I found out. Was going to carpool with my aunt to a family gathering. At the last minute, I decided to go by myself so I could leave early if I wanted. It was a ways out of town, and I didn't want to be stuck there. On the way there, she drove off the road into a ditch. She was okay, but the passenger side of her car was totally smashed in. My husband, he found out after 18 years that his mom's side of the family was Spanish, not Mexican. He found this interesting and changed his country to Spain on MySpace instead the US, where he really was. Meanwhile in Australia, I was helping my friend find Spanish people to add as a friend as she was learning the language. I came across my now husband and decided to send him a friend request as well. We got along really well and met in person after 3 years. Have been together 11 years, married for 7. If he didn't change his country to Spain, and only for a day or so, we'd never know each other existed. My existence. When my dad was about 20, he needed a phone number, so he called the operator from a payphone. She gave him the number, he hung up, and she accidentally refunded the money back to the payphone. She called the payphone back and asked him if he could put the money back in, which he did and hung up again. She accidentally refunded the money again and had to call back again to ask him to put the money back in. He did and hung up again. She was so flustered, she refunded the money again and called back again. And my father got to chatting with her and got her number. They set up a date, which she stood him up for. Then she forgot his name when he called her again. Then they actually got coffee and 4 years later were married. This coming August, it'll be 50 years for them. If my dad didn't need that phone number, I wouldn't be here. Edit. My dad still calls it the most expensive phone call he ever made.